nimejipata, mimi niko nilivyo. Sina baba wala mi sina mama, siwezi enda mbali mi najificha, natoka kujificha najitokeza, mimi niko nilivyo. Funga virago vyangu naenda mbali, nifanye nini niende wapi, nifate nani mimi nimwite nani, mimi niko nilivyo. Noni mwana nyinyi mwanikimbia, noni mwana nyinyi mwanidharau, noni mwana nyinyi mwaniepuka, mimi niko nilivyo. Mbona 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 alipanga mpango wake kwamba mimi niwe jinsi nilivyo. Mbona sasa hamnidhamini, mwaniona kama sifai? Sikuchagua niwe jinsi nilivyo.
Well, a very good afternoon to you all, wherever you're watching us from. This is Monday Football, and today we started off with the Harambee Stars. Very sad tune there. I don't know where CrossFit reads these moods from. He's asking Harambee Stars, mbona kuchapwa kila siku, and that forms the basis of our question of the day today. We're asking you guys, what's the way forward for Harambee Stars? We have tried everything else. New management, change players, everything else. Kichapo ni kile. So we're asking you guys, what is the way forward for the Harambee Stars? If I take just a couple of tweets that you have sent in already, it's not a very good read. And Margaret Joel says, I'm tuned in from Kiambu. We need a new Harambee Stars, starting with the coach and the management. Then Chemazai Korir Edwin says, they should reshuffle the technical bench. Panic affected the team from the technical bench. And Hezbon Muredi says, we call for sanity, clarity and rationale in this whole thing. Harambee Stars, what's the way forward? That's what we're asking you today. Let's get engaged on hashtag Monday Football. Bernard.
Absolutely, of course, it's good to be here. It's Easter Monday. I do trust that you're enjoying this long weekend that started about 4 days ago on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. A lot of talking points over the weekend as far as the national football team, Harambee Stars, is concerned. Well, we'll talk about that later in the show, but this afternoon we're honored to have a group of individuals of a very unique way of playing the game, and this is the freestyle players. You can see them there doing their stance with the ball, holding the ball on their head, using a biro to juggle the ball. Definitely they'll just be telling us how they do these skills. I'm hoping perhaps Michael Kinya and Waiga Maura will be able to achieve some of these skills, but nonetheless this team will be telling us more about what freestyle football, freestyle juggling is all about. Wahiga.
Well, I could have freestyle like that before the Easter break, but after all the nyamachoma I've been eating, I'm not quite sure. So maybe Ndong and Mike might be a better place to do that. Of course, we have so much that we have lined up in today's show. In addition to your feedback, talk to us. Mike will be handling the tweets. The hashtag is Monday Football. I'll be handling the SMSs 22422. Also, tell us where you're spending your Easter Monday. In addition to, of course, giving us your contribution on the Harambee Stars. What is the way forward? We've had it time and time again. Do this, do that, do this, do that. People have tried. Same results. What's the way forward for Harambee Stars? That's what we're asking you today. Now, to refresh your memory, just in case you forgot what happened yesterday, Kenya is likely to face the wrath of Africa's football governing body, that is CAF, after fan trouble caused yesterday's Cup of Nations qualifier match between the Harambee Stars and Guinea-Bissau at the Nyayo National Stadium to be halted for an extended period. That's about 35 minutes or so. Now, chaos marks the tie as the fans pelted missiles at match officials for awarding a controversial goal by the visiting team. Now, Citizen TV's Bernard Ndong recaps that match for us.
It was the return leg of the Africa Cup of Nations qualifier, with Kenya hosting the West African nation, the Nyayo National Stadium. Head coach Stanley Okumbi rang in the changes after facing sharp criticism for fielding untested players in the midweek encounter against the same team in which Kenya again lost 1-0.
Back to Alunga on his right foot.
After a frenetic first half by the hosts, the second half was a complete contrast as Harambee Stars seemed to let the foot off the gas pedal. And in the 81st minute, their missed chances came back to haunt them in dramatic fashion.
Sent out by the goalkeeper. And the referee counted as a goal.
Harambee Stars custodian Arnold Origi claimed Mendes Suarez's shot on goal had not crossed the line, but television replays told a different story.
Even from the shadow, it looks to have been well inside, but then...
A Zimbabwean referee, Norman Matemera, judged the ball had gone in. The decision triggered a free-for-all in a section of the stadium with fans pelting players and officials with missiles. The referee was forced to halt the match at the 81st minute. Police officers were forced to intervene, lobbing tear gas canisters at the unruly fans, and the Nyayo National Stadium was a theatre of chaos for almost 30 minutes. Calm was restored and the match resumed for only 4 minutes after the central referee consulted with the match commissar. Kenya failed to salvage a comeback as they lost by the solitary goal. The Kenyan fans put the blame squarely on the technical bench.
Okumbi si coach ule tunastahili. Changes tunafaa kwanza tuanze kwa coaches, alafu tukuje kwa players.
Kenya, was still rooted at the bottom of Group E, will now wait for the Confederation of African Football to make its decision on what sanctions it will mete out following the chaos at Nyayo.
As you saw in those images there, Kenyans stand out in large numbers for the Harambee Stars match against Guinea-Bissau at the Nyayo National Stadium. And this is what they had to say at the end of that controversial match.
Hajakuwa experience, wangemtafutia coach machua pamoja naye, sio coach mbaya au hata deputy coach na wengine, alafu tuone. Lakini uweze ka coach kama Okumbi kwa klabu kama Harambee Stars, hiyo ni kumweka katika kumuumiza. Kwa hivyo mimi ningesema wafanye mabadiliko kwa haraka, la sivyo basi tuko tayari kubaniwa 2 years na tujiorganize.
Ni benchi yote Harambee inafaa itoke.
Nani alifanyisha huyo coach interview in the first place?
Bao ilikuwa sawa. Haikuwa sawa.
Bao ni sawa, goal difference tukubali. Hiyo bao ilikuwa sawa. Hapa iliingia tu. Goal difference ni tuache. We watch football, that's a goal.
Kama ingekuwa na goal decision system ndio tungejua. But linesman aliinua kuonyesha kwamba it's a goal kick. Then referee ana point because ile mse alikuwa ameenda kwanza kucelebrate, unacheki. But I think it was not a goal.
Yani bao wa fans tulikubali, lakini si sana. Kenya ileta vita ni wale maplayer wa nini? Ule player wa Kenya kuangushwa, alafu referee akapeana to the another side.
A lot of reactions coming in from you. James Ndiritu says, whether we get banned or not, it makes no difference. At Lloyd Onyango says, Okumbi resigned from Mathare United, citing that the players were sabotaging him. He leaves it hanging like that. And then Achila Venda, that's Alpha Woman, says, as a fan, nimefika mwisho mawazo for Harambee Stars. It needs divine intervention. Maybe we should change the name first. Actually, this is one of the reactions that is coming from so many of you. Says we change the name first. We change it to what, Wahiga?
Wahiga Stars. I think what people are saying is the name Harambee Stars. You caught me off guard there. The name Harambee Stars basically has a lot of negative emotion, and so I think what they're trying to say is give it a new name. It might hopefully get Kenyans to reconnect with the team. As for the name, I don't know. I think we need a referendum to possibly discuss it and see the way forward. But I'm getting some SMSs here, 22422. This is what people are saying. Peter from Nairobi, Harambee Stars lack speed, attacking power, ambition and football knowledge. Josh from Dando says, I think someone is taking kitu kidogo bribe. What does that mean? I don't do what? To put players in there. Abu, continue explaining to us what you mean by that. And Rachel from Kiambu says we need fresh blood. Wale wako wamechapa. Wow. Kenyans are not leaving anything unsaid when it comes to Harambee Stars. Let's take a look at what happened in other qualifiers across Africa. And Zambia played to a 1-1 draw with Congo in the Africa Cup of Nations Group E qualifier match. Played yesterday. Congo moved to second spot with 6 points, but with a superior goal difference compared to Zambia.
Then of the second half, stays on the line as the keeper gets placed for it. I think the whole of the ball's gone over the whole of the line. That's desperate for Zambia. What is the keeper thinking? The ball's within grasping reach for the Polo at the moment. Contact Luchunga has gone on to the right hand side. Header! Goal! Surely! Well, it is now. Kalengo, was he offside? I'm of an opinion that that first effort went over the line anyway for the Zambians. Kalengo is claiming the second attempt. The goal.
Burkina Faso moved to the top of Group D jointly with Uganda with 6 points after a narrow 1-0 victory in the African Cup of Nations qualifier that was played over the weekend.
caught him. Obviously, he was clever. He knew the defender was coming very strong just behind him.
For Troika. Oh, a little bit of hesitation as well. Keeper goes the wrong way, goes down the middle for Troika. Burkina Faso lead by a goal to nil.
Well, that momentary stop might have stalled the goalkeeper a little bit. Dennis is normally very good in anticipating where the penalty taker is going.
Well, it was a double tragedy for Uganda Cranes as they lost their goalkeeper Ahmed Daira. Ahmed died in Iceland due to stomach cancer. We give a tribute to Abel. He's one of the players that really stood out for Uganda. Won 3 Sekafa titles, played for countless number of teams in Uganda, and Uganda Cranes are asking for help to bring him back home. It will take about $15,000 to bring him back home from Iceland.
Oh yeah, you drive me crazy. Yeah, I got to spend these
mi bila fahamu kuwa ni yako zamu, angalau ungeniambia eti unakam nitulize hamu wangu wa dhati. Hey, tama zangu zimenikwamia mikononi, labda huu ni mwisho wa dunia. Safiri salama, msalimu Maulana, tutaonana baadaye. Safiri salama, msalimu Maulana, tutaonana baadaye.
Well, our condolences to his family and friends, and a minute silence will be held in tomorrow's match, Uganda versus Burkina Faso, in his honor. Let's take a look at other matches that took place over the weekend. Now, the match between Nigeria and Egypt lived up to its billing as both teams played to a 1-1 draw in the Africa Cup of Nations qualifier that was actually played on Friday evening.
That was magnificent. He doesn't waste time. He takes it one time and it rebounded, ricocheted off the post.
Simon had everything to do with it. Sets up behind our top. His ball came off the upright and someone was there to pick up the pieces. But good vision early on, and what a strike by Ihab.
The full 90 minutes have been played. Nigeria, they need to hold on to for just a while longer, and the flag stays down. It is a goal for Egypt. They've got the equalizer. The Nigerian defense got flat-footed. They were waiting for the whistle to indicate offside. It was not forthcoming. The Egypt were going to.
You can see here, what were they thinking of? Large space for Mohamed Salah of all people to run into, simply control the ball and finish low beyond. Kali came in goal. He had all the time and space in the world, and he chose his spot. And how about this for a pass from the substitute Ramadan Sobi? He kills it nicely, Salah, and simply rolls it beyond Ikeme, who couldn't do anything.
And staying with the Africa Cup of Nations qualifier, South Africa and Cameroon played out to a 2-2 draw in their Group M match. The result now means Cameroon goes top of the group with 7 points after 3 matches, while South Africa are third with 2 points after 3 matches.
Good pressure on Shedru. Ball taken away. Trying to catch the goalkeeper. Oh, my word, have you ever seen such a magnificent goal? South Africa are back in the league. Unbelievable. From inside his own half. My word.
And you can't tell me, Mark, listen, that maybe he was just...
equaliser. From a set piece.
Still on your feedback from our question of the day, which is which way forward for the Harambee Stars? Use hashtag Monday Football. We get your feedback. At Kaila's Mispa says Harambee Stars is doing nothing. It should be replaced by other local teams. At Bing Charlie says we request FIFA for a 3-year leave of absence from international games to reorganize ourselves. And then at Mbudia says we should close shop and turn the club into a charitable organization. We have a lot of time for the less fortunate. I'm not censoring any of the tweets today. And as you saw, my hivyo zinakuja. At Footy Angel, that is Maria, said simple, need an overhaul of the team. Level, need a new team. We have plenty of talent currently in the league. Those are some of the reactions that are coming from you on Twitter on 22422 SMS. Wahiga Maura has the feedback.
2242, this is what's happening. And Mike, I need your indulgence on this one. Stan Last Motor from Athi River saying, Okinyi, we first need to pay the debt of the widow of Fabish. As she said, or it will haunt us forever. So he's talking about a debt that Kenya owes. I don't know how true that is.
We've got a lot of coaches that we've not paid.
In fact, I think we need to pay several debts.
It is a long...
Bobby Williamson.
But let's start with Ghost Mulei. Forget about second coming of Fabish.
Wow.
In the first season, tuko na deni ya Ghost, tuko na deni ya Fabish, tuko na deni ya Mrush, tuko na deni ya Henry Michel, tuko na deni ya Bobby Williamson, tuko na sasa sijui deni gani nyingine. I mean, we are paying Okumbi now. So those are 6 coaches that we should be paying.
Wow. Secondly, he's answering your question here. Change the name to Kenya One from Harambee. Because he says Harambee has some religious connotation. That's a good one. You take it away. Let me read one or two before we take a look at where the team stand after the weekend's action. Felix Ocheng from Nyeri says that was a clean goal. We must accept it. It's high time to revamp. And Sankale from Gigiri says, I feel uncomfortable with the technical bench. Although I'm more of a rugby player, he still feels that he's uncomfortable with the technical bench. Let's take a look at the pairings. Where do the nations lie after this weekend's action? And we'll start with Kenya in Group E. It's everybody knows we are now bottom of the table, Mike, at number 4.
We are propping up the group. Nobody expected nobody expected Guinea-Bissau to be where they are. 7 points. We have 1 point
yesterday, Mike.
And I think
things would have been different.
If we had won yesterday,
yes,
not so different, because we have 4 points. The rest are on 6. I mean, 2 points away is good enough, but the way we are playing, do you think we could win away?
I think it's important for our viewers to know that before we met Guinea were at the bottom and we were 3rd.
Exactly 8 days ago.
Yes,
8 days ago, we were 3rd in the group.
Guinea was 4th, and of course Congo, Zambia leading. Right now as we speak,
we gifted them 6 points. 6 of the best.
Kenya is that team that you know you can get away with.
Everybody now says, go to Kenya, pick points. Zambia came, picked points. Guinea-Bissau came, picked points. Now, Congo are saying, go to Kenya, win, wait for win away to it's called, they're going to play at home against Guinea-Bissau, beat Guinea-Bissau at home, wait for Kenya in the last game, win away, you're home and dry.
You know that saying that footballers always say, back to the drawing board. I don't know what drawing board FKF will be going back to this. And let's take a look at some of the other teams in East Africa, how they fared and how they're on the table. Tanzania are 3rd on the log. In their group, Egypt is leading with 4 points.
Actually, we've not updated this group, because if we update this group, it means now Tanzania are on 4 points actually.
Tanzania on 4
because
points.
They beat Chad away. They're on 4 points.
But this same Chad are the ones now who have...
That is the problem now. Chad was kicked out. They said they're not playing anymore in the...
What happened? Are your points now...
Money. We'll cancel your results.
So any win you had, those points now go away.
Whatever result was there between you and Chad, they take them away. That is one fact that I did not remember there. Chad are out of the qualifier.
Yes.
So it means it's between Egypt, Nigeria and Tanzania. So whoever piled points against Chad, like Tanzania had won against Chad,
yes,
that one is out. So they're on 1 point and they're playing Nigeria and Egypt. Tough call.
I wish Kenya had been in this group. We'd be 3rd now, not 4th.
We'd be 3rd, eh?
If Chad had dropped on
Egypt and Nigeria.
Oh, no, never mind.
Hey.
That's Easter Blues. Let's move on now to other groups. Just to update you, Ethiopia are 2nd in their table. They've got 4 points. Both Seychelles 4, Lesotho, and of course Algeria have run away with it.
They're in trouble because 2 days ago they were given 7 of the best. Ethiopia 7-1. against Algeria. I don't think it gets any easier than that. For this group, it's always, we want to see who will take a point from Algeria. That's the point. That's the question. Who will take a point from them? I mean, they're already on 9 points. If they pick only 1 point in the next game,
they're gone.
Home and dry.
So Ethiopia's hope is to finish as second best.
You can't get second best. You have to have the points to finish second best. Yep. It's too far off. 4 points now.
In other group, someone else from another group.
Somebody else from another group could get.
You're right. Even Group E where Harambee Stars been. Okay, let's take a look at what is happening in the other. Ghana, Mauritius, Rwanda in third, and Mozambique.
This is another one that is gone as well. Ghana, they're too far off. I don't think with 2 games to go, even if Rwanda win those 2 games, they'll be on 9 points. Ghana already on 10 points. Mauritius, I don't see them giving any challenge to Ghana because they're going to play in Ghana in the next match. So Ghana win that game. In fact, they take a point from that game, home and dry. They're already in the Cup of Nations.
And Mozambique were nowhere there to begin with. I think we have one more table that we prepared. There we go.
Yes, now here, this is where there is kizungumkuti Wahiga. You hear Waswahili wakisema kuna kizungumkuti hapa.
Yes, na kuna mechi kesho pia.
Yes, Uganda needed to pick at least a point from Burkina Faso in their away game. That way they would have been in a better position because when they play at home, they pick that 1 point. Now, too much pressure because Botswana will be playing Comoros, bottom of the group. If Botswana win, they go on 9 points. So between Uganda and Burkina Faso, there is no chance of let me pick a point.
You're right.
Go flat out for a win. And you know the dangers. And my Sebos from Uganda, I am afraid of what they do at Nambole. It used to be a fortress, but going by the last 2 matches that have been played there, they always get frustrated at Nambole. Remember 2010? Harambee Stars frustrated them there?
I remember their tears after the match.
Yes.
My goodness.
Now, that was 2010. 2012, it was Zambia frustrating them there. And in the last time they played there again, Togo beat them at home. So it is not the fortress anymore. Uganda needs to have the heart.
They need magic tomorrow.
I would be very happy if Uganda, at least we have an East African team at Cup of Nations, but the way things are going, Burkina Faso is not a pushover. You saw the way they played. If they go and pick just 1 point from there, there's trouble because the last 2 games, they are both playing Botswana and Comoros. So it will mean goal difference will come into play. So Uganda needs to win this one. A draw will not be good enough.
I hope our Uganda neighbors are listening and watching the show. They must win that match tomorrow. We have some of the most controversial tweets regarding the Harambee Stars. We'll come to that after Bernard Long tells us about our team that has joined us here today.
Absolutely, Wahiga Mora and Michael Kinyi. Just interesting what you're talking about, the pairings there, the permutations, Michael Kinyi. What I understand is that in Group G, Egypt, Nigeria, and Tanzania have all lost points now.
Yeah, they've dropped points because any point you picked against Chad, and all of them had picked points against Chad. Null and void, gone.
Interesting.
Makes it even now.
So it's one team now.
It's one team.
Wow.
Makes it tough for. It could be easier for this group because 2 of them, if they tie at the top, then they could be the best. Second best will come from that group because remember, there's a second best team that we are picking to go to the Cup of Nations. So it could be an advantage when you have 3 teams. It could be a disadvantage because you don't get to gather so many points. So for our Tanzania brothers, Kakazetu wameumia hapo.
They have the report cut out.
Yep.
Absolutely. Of course, this afternoon we intimated earlier on that we are hosting a group of individuals who have a very unique style of playing the game, and they are called the Freestyle Jugglers. And we are joined by Mr. Brian. He's the manager of the team, and just tell us exactly what these gentlemen are doing and what this game is called. Did I get it right? Is it freestyle juggling?
Yeah, it's freestyle juggling. So what you do with the ball is just you showcase talent with the ball. Yeah, it's actually for beauty of the game. It's for beauty of the game.
Aesthetics.
Yeah, aesthetics of the game. If you have, I don't know if you have watched Nonini's video Mchezo na Ganji.
Yes.
Yeah, you can see football jugglers. So what these guys just do, they go to road shows, the marketplaces, and they just showcase their skills. Yeah.
How did it start? Where did it begin? Because I'm guessing most of these individuals were playing the game before. What prompted them to actually take a different approach?
You see, mostly no one was giving them a chance to join the regular football teams. Yeah. So they said, let us form our own group where we just be showcasing football skills and all of that. Yeah. So mostly what they do, they decided we tried this, it did not work, let us switch to football juggling, and here we are.
Okay. And looking at these gentlemen here, they're doing unique feet. You can see somebody juggling with his feet, putting the ball in the back of their head. Are there rules? How is it done?
No, there are no rules in this game. Okay. Yeah, it's just purely aesthetic. You can do anything. There are no rules in this football juggling. You can do purely anything. As long as you wow the crowd, it's good.
Interesting. Of course, after the break, we'll be interacting with some of these individuals. I understand that one of them was actually a footballer. He used to play professionally for one of the local clubs in the country. We'll find out which one it is after the break when Monday Football returns after this.
Wakati ya fitina Minastamsi unajua Wengi wala ghai Sije kesho kanivya changama Kwenye uwezo sina Nikabaki Wacha nipungue roho jina langu ni Dela Nipe glasi nipe maji na chupa ya tequila. Siamini macho yangu, rafiki yangu na ex wangu wanapiga na mateli nyuma ya mgongo wangu.
Welcome back to Monday Football. That was our halftime. We're back for another 45 minutes. Now, before we tell you what happened across the borders, we're getting so much feedback about Harambee Stars. I'll read what I'm getting on 22422. Mike will tell you what he's getting on Twitter. And there's one here that really stood out for me. Kenya is a powerhouse in athletics. This is Manono from Kisii. He says Okumbi should use the services of our Rift Valley brothers, e.g. Ezekiel Kemboi striker, David Udisha goalkeeper, and Julius Yego wa kurusha mpira. Another one here is saying that we should call the team Masai Warriors. And finally, Yulawi says that he saw the anti-stock theft police at the Nyayo Stadium. It's like walijua Harambee Stars watacheza kama let me just censor that one there. But let me censor that one there. But I think it shows the collective anger of Kenyans towards the team. But I know if we had the team here on the show, they'll also explain to us why yesterday happened the way it did. Michael King, I know you're getting lots on Twitter.
Well, you guys censoring me. I'm not censoring. I'm just reading them the way they come. But Cliff Sting says Kenya should do away with the national team for some time. It looks business for some individuals. Henry Shikoli at Shikoli H says, I believe that Harambee Stars can win if all the teams in the group withdraw like Chad. And then Muridi Eric says, I love football, but I don't care as long as we are doing well in other areas like rugby. Then at Java Buere says, nothing good is lost when time is taken. Harambee Stars should be given time. Premature and exaggerated criticism won't help. And then Marshall Ndiwa says, finally a long-lasting solution. The goalposts inside Nyayo should be pushed aside. Ouch. Then Collins Okaka says, winning mentality is not there and the football gods are not happy with us. Let's pay the debts and throw away nepotism. Hashtag Monday Football. Lots and lots of reactions coming in. We'll try and sample most of them as we move on. Bernard.
Absolutely, of course. And before we take a look at the international scene, and there was a lot of action as well in Europe. Of course, there were the qualifiers for the World Cup, the 2018 World Cup that will take place. It's interesting that this gentleman is wearing that jersey. This is the Russian national team colors. This is for Russia. So I'll ask you a question. Ati Gavarish Poruski.
Нет.
Perfect. That's what I actually asked him, Mike and Wahiga. I asked him in Russian, do you speak Russian? Because actually, if you look at it, every other time he's always wearing a Russian shirt. I wonder if you're a fan of...
I'm actually a big fan of Russia. They play good football, but my favorite team is England.
Your favorite team is England?
Yes.
Definitely, of course, his favorite team is England, and they shone over the weekend. They played against the world champions, and that was Germany. But unfortunately, for the mighty Germans, they lost that game by 3-2. Of course, it was a defeat to the English in an international friendly. Here are the highlights of that epic match as the Three Lions mauled the German machine.
Germany again! Of the park and would love to connect this time. Ball still loose. Great turn, great goal! Absolutely terrific stuff, and who else could do it apart from Sir Harry? So in midfield now, slowly but surely, England are doing a lot of good, honest, hard work and finding the chances, and they found the goal, and it's absolutely tremendous. What a fairy tale story come true for Jamie Vardy. For England, time ticking, and there's a great goal and a great header, and is that going to be the winner? Eric Dyer from Tottenham has just put England back on the map.
In other matches that took place, Uruguay recovered from 2 goals down to draw level with Brazil in their World Cup qualifier match. This was an interesting one because Luis Suarez made a comeback after a 9-match ban from the 2014 World Cup, where you all know what he did there.
Starts Douglas Costa on 42 seconds gives Brazil a storming start here. And gets there ahead of Chile at the back post. And was there. Little run here for Renato Augusto to make it 2-0 Brazil. By Alvaro Pereira initially, and Muslera doesn't cover himself with much glory either. Willian all too easily. The cross looking for Sanchez. Now Cavani! Uruguay back in it. Well, the Uruguayan support has a small pocket in the upper tier of chairs, and David Luiz was not alert enough to the presence of Cavani. Good finish from him. His second in the qualifying campaign. Pereira. Suarez making the run. Here he is. Takes on the shot and scores. Suarez levels as a 2-2 on his return to the international stage for Uruguay. Alisson beaten. The goalkeeper really should have done better with that, you feel. But good movement. Took it on early. And Alisson really should be coping much better than that.
As Luis Suarez made headlines for all the right reasons, his teammates at Barcelona, Lionel Messi, inspired Argentina to an entertaining 2-1 victory over Chile in a South American qualifying match for the 2018 FIFA World Cup that will be taking place in Russia.
Aguero. A chance to get a shot away there. And it's in! Brilliant goal from Di Maria. Wonderful response from Argentina. He's trying to get it into the path of Messi. Otamendi on, and this is Messi, and there's the goal! It's Mercado!
Finally, and on a somber note, Dutch legend and former Barcelona player and coach Johan Cruyff has died of lung cancer at the age of 68. Now, Cruyff is lauded as one of the greatest footballers and the most innovative coaches of all time. He inspired Ajax Amsterdam to victory in 3 successive European Champions Cups in the early 1970s, led Holland to the 1974 World Cup final, and epitomized the revolutionary total football concept. May his soul rest in peace.
Well, lots and lots of reactions. I'll try and go through them as quickly as possible. At Nyakwar Nyodera says, Kenya should consult football gods. We have done all that we need. We might be suffering from a curse. Steven Mayaka at Chief Mayaka says, until we draw boundaries between politics and sports, Kenya is losing glory over the sport. At Dr. Tola says, the Harambee Stars strikers have lost their touch of scoring, lots of wasted chances. And then Moje at Moje99 says, Okumbi naye atoshi mboga, Harambee Stars. This one is into a reaction where Jose Kid Crystal said, demonstrations hazikuwa za hiyo bao, but rather juu ya Okumbi. Fans want him to leave. And then Crazy Made says that, but we were playing with a 7-year-old boy. How could we win? Well, Crazy Made response to the team sheet that was put out yesterday. And one of the players, Ovela Ochieng Michael, his date of birth according to the team sheet reads 23rd of December 2009. Sorry, that is the date of birth that was put there. We're able to get a copy of his passport, and Waiga will be sharing it when he's doing the pictures later on. And actually it says that his date of birth, his actual date of birth is 23rd of December 1999. Still raises a lot of questions because actually there it is. That is Ovela Ochieng's passport. If you look at the date of birth, that is 23rd December 1999, not 2009 as they said, as the team sheet read yesterday. But he left Upper Hill High School last year. He started for his KCSE last year at Upper Hill High School. That means he did his KCSE at what age? Quick maths, Ndong? 15?
15, around 15 years old.
Yeah, 15 years. He hadn't turned 16 yet.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I will speak to Orero, Mwalimu Orero at Upper Hill. He needs to tell me how old was Ovela when he finished high school last year, because that is pretty first. 15-year-old at Form 4?
Those mathematics don't add up.
Okay, we'll look at Orero atatujibu hiyo, tutamuuliza alafu tuambie. That's it for my tweets for now. Bernard?
Well, now earlier on we interacted with a group of individuals. Of course, they're the freestyle jugglers, and as Brian was telling us that these are players that are jugglers who are drawn from various backgrounds. One interesting player is, of course, he was a former player. Is Kisha, I understand. Kisha, yes. Kisha, just tell us about when you started doing juggling, and you used to play football before for a club.
Yeah, I used to play a football club in Kitui. It's called Kitui United. Then I used to like freestyle things, to do freestyle things. Sasa nikajifunza freestyle kidogo, bado nacheza ball. But sasa nikaenda kama hustle pande za Kitale huko. Nikaenda nikapatana na timu moja Moistar, but bado nilikuwa napenda freestyle. After kabla ball ianze, I used to do freestyle kabla game ianze. Sasa nikaanzia hapo na nikapenda.
Sasa how did you train? Ulijiandaa vipi? Ulianza kutrain vipi? Kwa sababu unaona kuna vitu vingine mnafanya hapa mtu
my role model alikuwa Ronaldinho. Sasa kabla ingia kwa pitch venye alikuwa na vishasha mob. Sasa ilikuwa lazima niangalie kama yeye at least nione ninaweza fika league kama yake. Juu bado nacheza ball but bado nafanya freestyle. But tunao niko na saa ball juu kuna corruption mob. Nikiingia sana kwa freestyle ndo nikapatana na maboys wangu hapa na tukaanza kugain vitu mob. Sasa at least niko na I'm good in freestyle now.
So you show us what your favorite movie is. Between freestyle na kucheza game, una prefer gani sasa? Inaonekana ni kama freestyle you leaning on that.
To freestyle is a unique thing because it's talent kuliko ball. Juu freestyle you can do thing mtu ambaye ajui aipenda, unaona, kuliko ball. Juu unapata ball kuna wasawajui kucheza ball but wana force, unaona. But freestyle is a skills. Ni kitu kama unachora a skills, kitu kama hiyo. So una gain kwa mwili yako kama unayadua poa.
Sasa ile move unaenda kutuonesha sasa ni move gani, which is do you want to do your favorite move? Tell us what you're going to do exactly, and then we can interact with the other jugglers.
Okay, I can do it.
What is it called? Just tell us first so that we know what you're doing.
Kuna round the world, kuna drop na head down chini ya.
Okay, do your two best.
My two best.
Yes.
Okay.
So Brian, as he does his technique, I'm interested in finding out like how do you guys meet? How do you guys prepare? Do you guys have events? Do you have any championships?
Yeah, we have. There was an event called Alive and Kicking. I don't know if you heard about it. Yeah, where we were called to showcase our. We were mainly the main attraction of the show, where we were promoting football in the ghettos. Yeah, because I believe talent can take you out of the ghetto.
Okay.
Yeah, you see what they are doing here. This is pure talent, and this is what has brought them here to Citizen TV. Okay. And I believe you are going further from this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Armstrong is another juggler. Thank you so much, Kisha. He has just shown us his technique. Is one technique that is called around the world. We'll be interested to find out whether all of them can actually achieve. To understand, it's one of the toughest moves. Armstrong, you've also been doing this thing for a while. What made you begin doing juggling?
For the love of the game. I love freestyle from day one. I started it in Form 2 when I first did my first move. And everybody in the field was like, whoa, whoa.
You're in the game?
No, not in the game. I used to entertain people before the game started.
Yes.
I was calling the field. Nendapo center. All the people.
Hold the microphone up.
All the people were looking at me.
Okay.
So I started this. So when people started loving me because of that, so I started practicing, watching from YouTube. And itanisaidia kutoka ghetto pia.
Itakusaidia. Umesema background yako ni you have come from a difficult background, maybe
difficult background. Nimetoka huko home ni kubaya. Wazazi wako hivi so ni futatu inaweza nikip, hakuna kitu kingine.
Okay. So just show us one of your best moves and just tell us before you what the move you're going to do, what it is and all about.
Move ni mingi lakini kuna yangu moja hiyo inaitwa special, inaitwa the baddest. Hiyo hakuna ula shaifanya.
The baddest. Just stand here. Actually it's interesting if you can just come and stand here. He says that his move is called the baddest. You can see at the back of his shirt. The back of his shirt on that camera there, Armstrong. Just show your back to that camera.
Number one, they don't know.
He's saying he's number one. Let's see what he's going to do. So, gentlemen like Armstrong, how do you get this? How do you get these boys to come together? How do you? What goes about it? Because you say that they come from difficult backgrounds.
Yeah. You know,
how do you communicate? How do you get them?
We sat down and said it will be much easier if we come together as a group than opposed to individual freestylers. Yeah, so we decided. They met actually in a competition. These guys compete against each other. But they said, you are good, but it was a crowd thing. The crowd chose their favorite freestyle juggler. So we decided, you're also good. Let's come and join and see where we can go together as a group.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we have another juggler here. I'm interested in finding out, both these jugglers have done that, put the ball under the shirt. Is it a standard? So maybe just tell us why do you do that?
We do that because it is like a routine.
It's like a routine.
Yeah.
It's standard.
It's standard.
Anyone can do it.
Not. Can you do it?
I'll try after the show. I don't know if Michael Philly can be able to achieve
don't have a t-shirt to spin it.
For attack machine be an interesting scenario. But nonetheless, maybe just tell us about why you started doing juggling, maybe your background as well.
When I started freestyling, nilipotoka chuo. Nilikuwa nachezea team fulani, nikaona ball collapsion nini, nikaona ni try freestyle cause nilikuwa naangalia YouTube naona akina Neymar, akina Ronaldinho. Sasa nikakuwa interested na freestyle. Ndio nikaianza.
Umefanya miaka ngapi?
Miaka 2.
2 years.
Yeah.
And when is ni wapi ushaifanya juggling kwa watu waka appreciate sana? Ilikuwa which event? What was it?
Ilikuwa alive and kicking. Na bado left foot ilikuanga totona ya ball. Yeah.
Okay, just do for us your best signature move and just tell us what it is exactly.
Okay, move ni mingi, najua move mingi.
Ile ulifanya alive and kicking kila mtu akainua mikono juu akasema sawa.
Okay, nitafanya eclipse.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what you do there. So Brian, as he does his eclipse move, are there workshops for helping them improve their juggling? Is there a plan? Is there any solid plan?
Yeah, basically we take our lessons from YouTube. Okay. There are a lot of videos of freestyle jugglers from YouTube. If you see the Guinness advertisement, it's all about football juggling. So we watch the videos and say, okay, let's see. And we practice. It's practice.
Challenges. What are some of the challenges?
Challenges mostly it's finance. Finance. Okay. You know, most people are not willing to give something which they don't know a chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we don't have. They say, okay, we won't pay you, and we don't have the fare to attend those events. That has been the biggest challenge, to get exposure. But other than that, we are good.
Is there another challenge that you face as we interact with another juggler? Just say your name and how long you've been doing it.
Naitwa Lee.
Sema Lee.
Nimetoka Kahuro, ni kule Murang'a.
Yes.
Nimekuwa nikifanya freestyle for the last I think 3 years. Niko nacheza futa. Mimi ni pro futa lakini.
Wewe ni professional footballer. Umechezea club gani? Umecheza professional wapi?
Nimecheza Murang'a tu county team, lakini kuna vile Eletangi Dosa hii. Nikabaki nimekuja freestyle football. So imekuwa hard lakini.
Imekuwa hard. What is signature move yako basi?
Mi wananiita mimi najua kichwa ndo nakuanga perfect sana.
So he says the head is your best move. Okay, let's see what you have to show. Amazing. So he says that this is the most difficult technique, and there we go. He's trying to balance the ball on his the sole of his foot. Mike, out of the 6 gentlemen you've seen so far, who has impressed you?
Humsa Moshada ni noma. Kuna vile. Inafaa tuende huko Obi sasa.
Absolutely.
Ni kama kuna talent zingine zinatoka hapo. Ngomobe? Mimi najiuliza ama freestyle. Nini mnavaa shati za Arsenal nyewe? Unajua vile Arsenal imedharauliwa kwa hii studio. Yaani nini mimi napiga kwa kiboko all the time.
He says they play good football, Mike.
Good football.
It's all about style and elegance.
What microphone? Hebu mpatie hiyo mic kwanza. Ati nani aende? Wenga aende.
Ndio.
Kwa nini? Amewajengea stadi, anawaingizia do. Hakuna timu inaingiza do England kushinda Arsenal.
Hataki kununua maplayer wa maana bwana. Yeye anataka tu underdogs tu acheze ball.
Ni nani anafaa kutoka Arsenal? Mko na master.
Kile tunataka striker. Giroud kwanza na Bo.
Njoro yuko hapo. Tumetaka Njoro hapa. Mko na Njoro, mko na Sanchez, mko na Iwobi, mko na nani mwingine? Mko na Rambo, mko na Welbeck.
Rambo alikufa. Sio na Rambo 4 iliisha, Ajax Rambo 5.
Watu wa Arsenal ndio amunaga shukrani. Yaani mnajengewa mnabuildiwa team ikishaiva mnasema haiwezi.
Lakini Joto nataka at least tusaini watu wa maana, at least watu wana experience ya ball sana. Vile Arsenal tuko poa, ya touches nini, but finishing yetu iko poa sana.
Finishing ni poa.
Poa kabisa wallahi. Na Premier League sasa itaki historia ya kupamba ball. Unaona?
Unajua finishing ingekuwa poa mngekuwa draw.
Skatai but
lakini sasa
Arsenal ndio kufunga Arsenal ndio kufunga bao perfect kwa wote. Unaonaga?
It's interesting how
Arsenal play.
Normally Arsenal unatoka Barcelona chinku. Wanataka kuimitate Barcelona.
Even Messi utaonea.
Well, teacher, thank you so much. Of course, the Arsenal fans, one thing they need to know is that Mike, that we understand, rumor has it that Arsene Wenger signed another contract for about 3 years.
Amna bahati.
Wenger endi mahali.
Aende yuko tu. Miaka zingine 3.
So tell us, Jacqueline, what made you take an interest in this interesting dimension of the game?
Okay, me rewatch mavideos za freestyle kwa YouTube. Nikakuwa interested. Na 1 year ago nilimita maboy wangu wakanimotivate. Ndio maana sana continue na freestyle.
Yes. Yeah. Technique yako ni gani ambayo ukiendanga unafanya kila mtu anadua?
My favorite trick naitwa the Abbas around the world.
The what?
Abbas around the world.
The kaba?
Abbas.
Yeah. Bas kama basi. Okay, let's see what that is. Juggling them. Okay, that's not easy. Brian?
It's not. It looks easy but it's not.
Does it again?
Yeah.
Gabriel, which is in finding out. You say that you're the custodian of this gentleman here.
Yeah.
Can you juggle yourself?
No.
How comes?
I'm more focused about managing this guy. That's where my strengths lie.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a very glaring feature for this group is that Mike.
Yep.
We don't see any single lady. Why?
Football is not for ladies.
What? Wanaweza
juggling. Football juggling, because you see the way the balls.
That's a challenge of sent out there.
You know, actually, I wish we had known earlier that he's going to say that. Next week we'll show you in one of the players that was picked for the MPD academies.
Yes.
Remember the coaches that came from England to pick in the Safaricom talent search?
Yeah.
One of the girls, those ladies, she has moves that will challenge these guys. I'll actually go and get
challenge accepted.
Alafu tuone kama mnaweza pull your move.
We will see. And talking of the challenge, Michael King, of course, in just a moment that we're preparing to do what a segment of this show is called the Monday Football Challenge. Of course, last week we had the challenge with the players at Kitui FC and of course Mavoko FC. We did a challenge with them. And Wahiga Maura, I think, just sneaked into the studio.
Yes.
I wonder why he's holding that garment, Wahiga.
Today we're going to try something new and very interesting. I told you I have Harambee Stars feedback, so I'll be reading that to you shortly. But we want to do blind pepeta.
Blind pepeta?
Yes. So you close the eye. So basically what we have a bit of money, something to walk away with. It's Easter, maybe or some Minnesota. So somebody here might walk away with some money, depending on how long it takes you to juggle, how long you can juggle without seeing. So we'll be counting. So what I'll do, I'll hand this over to Ndong, even as my director shows us briefly what we have in terms of some of the tweets that people put up. So there we go. First things first. Mike, this is what you are referring to. Ovella Ochieng, their date of birth 2009. We have corrected that and said that was a mistake.
Yes. Ovella Ochieng, this is what we are talking about. It was, they said the 23rd of December 2009 as date of birth, but the passport says 1999.
Not correct?
Yes.
Thank you so much for that clarification.
Actually.
Thank you. So those making those jokes, we have your answer. Let's move on to what people are saying. Muganda Clay saying, haha, Harambee Stars coach Okumbi says dark forces and elite Kenyan coaches picked inexperienced players to give him bad names. Now, I know he's using humor, but dark forces, and blaming coaches. What does that reference to, Mike?
Okumbi yesterday said that the senior coaches in this country conspired to incite the fans against him because they wanted that job and they didn't get it.
Okay.
And he refused to, very unlikely of Okumbi, he refused to give an interview yesterday.
Okay.
I don't think I've never had any other time
before.
that Okumbi has said he don't want to do an interview. Yesterday he didn't.
Welcome to the big league. Kabisa.
Yep.
Let's move on to the next one. Mjengo guy says, how could Okumbi blame his fellow tacticians for the Harambee Stars? They must have told his players not to score. I don't think so. We move on. Mesut Ozil. That's an interesting one. Yesterday I dreamt that I scored the equalizer for Harambee Stars. Actually, I wish that dream had come true. We'd be so much further ahead. Move on to the next one. Alex Joe, am I the only one who thinks Nick Mwendwa is also the head coach and Okumbi the assistant? Many feeling that FKF president has too much say into. In fact, a lot of the feedback we're getting is bring a coach who has independence. I don't know. Again, maybe we can get FKF president here to explain his style.
Whoa. That is heavy.
That is heavy. Good. I don't know if Panan Dong is ready. We can come back to him because I know that he's got something very interesting lined up for us. We'll be reading these tweets even as we wind up. Okay, let's finish this one. Speaking of this was posted actually just after the away match to Guinea-Bissau, where FKF President Nick Mwendwa says, "At no time did I promise we shall win a lot in these first years. We shall build from the ground up, and that I said will take more time." Okay. Gidi says that was a clean goal. I wonder why these players are complaining.
I think it's frustration. I mean, if you look at those replays, you know, the commentators try to say that Origi's feet were on the line.
Yes.
But if your feet were on the line, where was your body? He was leaning back.
He was leaning back.
Clean goal.
Clean goal. The season says FKF has to put its house in order with, okay, I think we skipped one. We can just go back to the previous tweet. There, with proper international friendly matches and non-interference with the team, then Harambee Stars will shine. And I think we have one or two more. Let's move on. I can see one from Patti Korir says the bile on Harambee Stars were to Okumbi. These are messages. He says Marshall Mulwa had one of the worst starts ever. He was given time and he got his grind. So I think if we give Okumbi time, could he find his grind? So of course, this is one of the funny ones. If we could just drop that, we see the message down there. Let's see, Depressed Guna saying, former FKF President Sam Nyamweya right now, you blamed him for Harambee Stars' performance in the past, but now who do you have to blame? Thank you. I think that was the last one that we had today. So that's, of course, some of the feedback. Of course, so much more. Dong, tell us what's happening there, man.
Well, Wahiga Maura, Michael King, it's time for the Monday Football Challenge, as Wahiga intimated earlier on, I beg your pardon. I guess it's been a long weekend.
It has been.
Nonetheless, this is Kicha. His eyes are covered. Can you see anything, Kicha?
Can't see anything.
You can't see anything. Can you see my hand?
No.
Okay, I just want to confirm, yes, you cannot see anything. So basically the rules are simple. What you're going to do is that we're going to have a timer that's going to be about 60 seconds, that is 1 minute. And you're going to try to see whether or not you can be able to juggle. You say you're very good in juggling, you say you're very good in doing those stunts with the ball. Let's see whether or not you can actually achieve that feat without seeing the ball. Right?
Yeah, with one leg or two legs.
Whichever you are. Oh, there you go, there's the ball. Let's see. Let's see whether we'll try and be able to juggle the ball. If the ball falls on the ground, you're out. 3, 2, 1, start. You're out. I think that was like...
It lasted for 1.25 seconds.
I think a microsecond. Now you can just cover your colleague there.
This thing it's hard. It's hard.
It's not as easy as it looks. It's actually difficult.
I think what I'm looking for is anyone who can juggle at least 5 times.
I believe so.
There is money on just 5 times. It's very simple. If you can, because I see this as a very difficult.
There's a microphone near your mouth. Can you see?
I can see anything.
You can see.
Yeah.
Can you see the ball? Okay, the ball is here. Here's the ball. I can just direct you to hold the ball. There we go. Then, of course, you know, understand the rules. It's basically simple. For about a minute, you want to see whether or not you can be able to juggle without seeing the ball. Just wait. Pick the ball. Once you pick the ball and then once...
Scoop from the ground. You have to scoop it from the ground.
Yes, you have the ball, then...
Whatever you want to do. If you want to scoop it from the ground, it's okay.
Go ahead.
Once I say start, that's when you'll do it, okay? The timer will begin in 1, 2, 3, go. I think
Indio freestyle.
Indio freestyle. The true test. Armstrong, you next.
Okay, I'm looking for anyone who can do it 3 times now.
Let's see whether or not they can do it.
1, 2, 3.
Yes. Now,
you can do it 3 times with your eyes on.
Because I knew if you just tell them to go on, these guys can go on for 10 minutes non-stop. So you have to make the odds a bit tougher.
Armstrong, can you see? You can't see anything. Okay, I'm sure you've just
he called himself badder than most.
Badder than most. The baddest. The baddest. Let's see if that is the same as far as juggling without seeing the ball. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. 60 seconds. Can you do it? Let's go. 2, twice. So far, so far he's leading. Teacher and Armstrong who managed to do it, to juggle it a bit, just twice. Michael Kinyi.
He's asking for the ball. He wants to try again.
No. The rules are simple. You have one try. It will not be fair to the rest of your of the jugglers. Let's see. He did the interesting technique earlier on. I'm still trying to remember what he called it.
Next juggler
around the bus around the world. So just direct you where the ball is. Just come in front here. The rules are simple. 60 seconds. Whether or not you can be able to juggle the ball without seeing it. Here's the ball. I'm placing it just ahead of you. If you want to pick it up, if you want to lift it with your leg, it's up to you. So you prefer to lift it with your hands. Okay, the rules are simple. I'll say 3, 2, 1 and then you start, okay? 60 seconds, whether or not you can juggle without seeing. 3, 2, 1, go. Twice, so far.
So we have a draw of some sort.
Let's see the man who is famous for using his head.
Tatu imekata.
Mtu wa moshadha, wacha tuone kama kichwa itaweza kumsaidia. But Mike, you can also try and juggle with the head.
There's no way.
You have to see the ball.
Let me stick to broadcast. Kila mtu ashughulikie unga yake.
So, the ball is in front of you. I'll direct you to pick it. Do you want to pick it up or do you want to lift it with your legs? If you're comfortable with either or, that's up to you. The rules are simple. In 3, 2, 1, 60 seconds, can you juggle the ball without seeing the ball? I'll count you out in 3, 2, 1, go.
So close.
The shin is doing magic.
So close.
Well, this is another interesting individual. This is their DJ. It's called DJ Houdini.
Unaweza kudribble ama kurusa?
Kudribble too.
Uweze kurusa?
No, I don't know how you're going to give away that money because so far I think we have 2 gents with...
You're saying he's a DJ?
He's a DJ. It's called DJ Houdini.
Mimi nitampatia challenge nione kama hii machine ya CrossFit anawezana naye.
Tutaona.
Na tutamfunga macho tuone kama anaweza fanya
ama tazima machine. So DJ Houdini, are you ready to wow us?
I'm ready.
You're ready to wow us?
Yes.
Okay, the ball is in front of you. I'll take the microphone. 60 seconds.
The juggling DJ.
In 3, 2, 1, go. Unfortunate. Well.
Sidhani mtapita hapo tu.
Only one man standing and that is the manager. So
manager hawezi dribble na macho.
Let's see whether or not the manager can try. You've seen the rules?
Yeah.
He said he can't with his eyes open. How will he do it with his eyes closed?
Beginner's luck.
Let's see.
Whoa.
Pitch duck.
Whoa. Nope, I can't see anything.
Okay, the ball. You have the ball. You want to... I'm guessing you like to play it safe.
Yeah, I'll just...
So simple. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go. Almost. Well, unfortunately, Michael Kinyi stayed with the cash money. Actually, what was up for grabs was 1,000 Kenya shillings. Just a small token for the Easter Monday. But unfortunately, these gentlemen have tried. I've tried violently, but unfortunately, they're saying another challenge. Well,
next time they're in studio, there'll be another
challenge. Next time, we'll try as much as possible. Michael Kinyi said that there are some ladies who are actually good in juggling. So we'll actually pit them against the ladies to see whether or not they can actually be able to juggle better than the ladies.
Mugo, huyu DJ anaweza gwara hapo. Tumuone.
Let's see whether DJ Houdini can actually do it.
He can actually help us wind the show. Mike.
Mudu ya kugalo. Na usiweke ngoma dakika 2 ati ngoma moja inacheza dakika 2 wewe unasema ni DJ. Club mix.
Well, Mike Dong, I think it's time to wind up. We leave, of course, our viewers enjoying some of the music from our standby DJ. Remember, next week, Keep It Monday Football. We're here every Monday, 1:30 to 2:30. You never know where we'll be. Another city, another town, another county. You never know. That's all we have for today. Mike Dong,
Absolutely, of course, we do trust that your football appetite has been satisfied this Easter Monday. I trust, of course, you enjoyed the show. I don't know if you try the football challenge at home, back home, Michael Kenya. I'm sure most people are trying to see whether or not they can actually be able to juggle this ball, whatever ball you have with your eyes covered. But nonetheless, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Enjoy the rest of your Easter Monday.
Aya, nataka kuona huyu DJ wetu kama anaweza fanya mavitu. Okay.
Ninaanza sharata, picha ninaanza shawaka, picha ninaanza chachanganyikiwa, picha ninaanza sharata. Kweli mie amenikamata, kwa jinsi navyomwangalia akinibatia, nami sitamwacha. Mama ananipa mineso, nyona ananipa mateso, shwela matena geto, tamna pendiga yesu, nakula kwa macho. I've got girls from Jersey, everyone. Kweli mie, amenikamata, kwa jinsi navyomwangalia akinibatia, nami sitamwacha. Tuse, yaman, buje, yaman. Mungu ameumba hapa yaman, natamani nikaseme na yaman. Ningeiona yo moyo, tupate picha bina yenye chumban. Chumban, na mimi amezaliwa ili mimi niwe naye. Kwa sasa nimechanganyikiwa, akaja yeye awe nami. Iwe ndoto, mtampango tamu umepitiliza, kijana wengine wanachukiza. Shika lake bidi yaman, ngoja niongeze bidi yaman, ukute ili dali langu yaman.